1966, the skies over Vietnam. A thunderous roar splits the air as a sleek jet dives, unleashing fire on hidden enemies below. This is the F-4 Phantom II, a warplane that didn't just fight, it haunted the battlefield. Forged in the Cold War's crucible, how did this iron ghost become a legend? Let's find out. Picture St. Louis, Missouri, 1955. The Cold War grips the world, and the U.S. Navy needs a fighter to counter Soviet jets. McDonnell Aircraft, known for rugged planes, designs the F-4 Phantom II, a twin-engine beast built for speed and versatility. First flown in 1958, the F-4 is a marvel. Powerful engines, advanced radar, and missile-only armament, a bold leap from gunfighters. Adopted by the Navy, Air Force, and Marines, it's a multi-role jet fighter, bomber, recon. As tensions flare in Vietnam, the Phantom is rushed to war. Its pilots trained to face MiGs and missiles in a new kind of sky. What made the F-4 Phantom II so fearsome? Let's break it down. This wasn't just a jet. It was a flying arsenal of raw power. The F-4E, a key variant, was a two-seat fighter bomber, 63 feet long with a 38-foot wingspan, weighing 61,000 pounds loaded. Twin General Electric J79 engines pushed it to Mach 2.2, 1,472 miles per hour, climbing 41,000 feet per minute. It carried 18,000 pounds of bombs, 4 AIM-7 Sparrow missiles, and 4 AIM-9 Sidewinders, with a 20mm M61 Vulcan cannon added later. Its AN APQ-120 radar tracked targets 150 miles away. Built for carrier ops, its rugged frame endured jungle heat and sea salt. But specs don't win wars. It's the crew's nerve that soared. (1965) Operation Rolling Thunder. The U.S. escalates in Vietnam, and the F-4 Phantom II becomes its aerial spearhead. Over Hanoi, Phantoms strike bridges and SAM sites, dodging flak and missiles. In dogfights, Navy and Air Force pilots face North Vietnamese MiG-17s and MiG-21s. The F-4's speed and Sparrow missiles down 145 MiGs by 1973, but early losses sparked gun refits. Bombing runs hit the Ho Chi Minh Trail, Phantoms dropping 2,000-pound bombs through jungle canopy. In 1972's Linebacker II, F-4s hammered targets, forcing peace talks. Over 5,000 Phantoms were built, flying 400,000 sorties. The jet didn't just fight, it carried America's war, proving air power could shake nations. Glory came at a cost. F-4 crews carried a burden heavier than their jet's wings. Most were young, 20s, 30s, officers trained to fly into hell. For them, the Phantom was both steed and crucible. Imagine strapping into a cockpit, sweat soaking your flight suit over Hanoi. You're 26, a Navy lieutenant, a photo of your wife taped to the panel. At 600 knots, you dodge SAMs, MiGs on your tail, G-forces crushing your chest. Missions stretch 4 hours, flak bursting, with ejection a last resort. POWs like John McCain endured years in the Hanoi Hilton. One pilot, Captain Steve Ritchie wrote, "We flew for freedom, paid in fear." Over 800 Phantoms were lost, 1,700 crewmen killed or captured. Their courage wasn't just skill, it was faith in a jet that fought back. The F-4 didn't rule the skies alone. It faced a fierce rival in the Soviet MiG-21. Sleek and agile, the MiG hit Mach 2, armed with two 30mm cannons and two K-13 missiles, turning tighter than the Phantom at 1,200 miles per hour. North Vietnamese pilots used hit-and-run tactics, ambushing F-4s. But the duel wasn't just speed. The MiG-21's light frame lacked the F-4's radar range and payload. Phantoms countered with Sparrow missiles and teamwork, downing MiGs in Paris. At Top Gun, pilots honed tactics to outsmart MiG agility. The rivalry was deadly. One missed missile lock could end a crew. But the Phantom's power and its pilot's cunning made it Vietnam's Sky Hunter. The F-4's story didn't end in 1973. It flew in Desert Storm, Iran-Iraq War, and served 11 nations from Israel to Japan. Over 5,195 were built, with variants like the F-4G Wild Weasel hunting SAMs. Retired by the US in 1996, some became drones. Its true legacy? Resilience. McDonnell's engineers built a jet for all wars. Pilots' stories, etched in memoirs, speak of sacrifice. Today, Phantoms soar at air shows, their afterburners roaring. Museums like the National Air and Space Museum preserve their tale. The F-4 Phantom II wasn't just a jet. It was an iron ghost, proving even skies of fire could be tamed. Thanks for soaring with Chronicles of Arms to uncover the F-4 Phantom's legend. What's your favorite Vietnam-era jet? Drop it in the comments and let's keep the story alive. If this tale gripped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more Chronicles of War's greatest weapons. Next time, we'll wield another icon. Any guesses? Suggest it below. See you in the skies.